Okay, so I guess it didn't take long before a Cuckoo Bananas suggestion led to one of Trump's Cuckoo Bananas followers doing something about something Cuckoo Bananas. Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, when I did my video, and I had previously thought this about other people, like on the local news or whatever, pointing out that there, in fact, is not Haitian immigrants eating pets in Springfield, Ohio. And I thought that was so crazy, especially since David Muir fact checked that immediately. And I'm like, this needs to be fact checked? I mean, it's so obviously absurd. But like I mentioned in my video, this is something that was going around in my area when we got Hmong immigrants. That was the thing, that they're eating our pets. And even if Hmong people actually did that they would eat cats and dogs, they're not going to be stealing other people's pets. Anyway, same thing here. I doubt that that's what Haitians eat. Actually, I'm pretty positive that isn't what they eat. I mean, maybe if they're desperate, if they don't have food, then yeah, anybody would. But no, I just can't see that happening. So, well, there's a consequence to that. Even though I laughed and said, this is so crazy, nobody could believe it, why are we fact-checking this? And it seems like even though David Muir immediately fact-checked it and saying that this isn't happening, apparently just the fact that Trump said it, obviously he knows better than everybody in the country. Because somebody acted upon this idea that Haitian immigrants are eating pets. So, to the article from Deadline. And its headline, Buildings in Elementary School, Springfield, Ohio bomb threat closes government buildings and elementary school 2 days after Trump amplified false immigrant pet claim during debate. And the mayor says threat mentioned Haitian issues. So that's great. Awesome to know that these cuckoo banana claims are being taken seriously. All the more reason why we should have responsible people in going for high office. Not people who are going to spout off these crazy claims of immigrants eating pets or whatever. I mean, he also claimed that Democrats were bringing in illegal immigrants and giving them gender reassignment surgery. It was just crazy, some of the things that were coming out of his mouth. And what's even crazier and sadder is that there are people who will swallow this hook, line, and sinker. And so someone decided to do something about it because, of course, what you should do is, bomb a government building. I mean, that's better than going after a Haitian neighborhood. That's an improvement, but still, what? How is this beneficial? How does this literally help anything? I assume because the city government said that they don't have proof that this is happening. So let's bomb the government because they're disagreeing with what Trump said. I just don't understand what goes on through these people's heads, if anything. Besides, let's do what the cult leader says or something. Anyway, enough babbling. Let's continue with the article. Multiple city, county, and school buildings in Springfield, Ohio were closed today following a bomb threat received early this morning. The closings included at least one elementary school, according to local reports. The Dayton Daily News report that Springfield Mayor Rob Rue said the threat mentioned frustration with the city related to Haitian immigration issues. At this point, we don't know if this was a local resident or if it was just one of Trump's followers who thinks they know what the hell's going on. Who could still be a local resident? But anyway, moving on. In addition to county buildings, including courts, driver's license bureaus, Board of Elections, and others, the evacuations and closures included the city's Fulton Elementary School. Students were evacuated and moved to Springfield High School, where parents were instructed to pick them up. In a statement released to local media by the Springfield City School District, a spokesman said, based on information received from the state fire marshal, Fulton students were evacuated from their building to Springfield High School this morning. Students and staff are safe. However, the district is in the process of a controlled release to safely dismiss Fulton students to their parents. This is, however, the only district building that has been affected at this time. Earlier today, Springfield City Hall was evacuated and closed today due to an email bomb threat that was received by multiple facilities throughout Springfield. The threat comes 2 days after Republican candidate Donald Trump spread a debunked claim during the presidential debate that Haitian immigrants were eating people's pets in Springfield, Ohio. While the city's mayor did not reveal details as to a possible motive, he said the threat was made mention of frustration with the city related to Haitian immigration issues. City of Springfield received a bomb threat that has prompted an immediate response from local and regional law enforcement, the initial Facebook post stated. As a precautionary measure, the building has been evacuated and authorities are currently conducting a thorough investigation. Our primary concern is the safety and well-being of our employees and residents. We are working to address the situation as swiftly as possible. According to city officials, the threat was received via an email message this morning at 8:24 a.m. Eastern Time. The email was sent to multiple agencies and media outlets. By 9:25 a.m., nearly a dozen police vehicles reportedly were surrounding the City Hall building. We ask the community to avoid the area surrounding City Hall vicinity while the investigation is ongoing and to report any suspicious activity to the Springfield Police Division. We appreciate your patience and cooperation as we work through this matter. Trump amplified the falsehood during the highly rated ABC debate between the former president and current Vice President Kamala Harris Tuesday night, repeating misinformation that running mate J.D. Vance had promoted earlier on social media. Trump said, in Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in, they're eating the cats, they're eating the pets of the people that live there, and this is what's happening in our country, and it's a shame. Debate co-moderator and ABC News anchor David Muir immediately shot down Trump's claim, saying the network had confirmed with the Springfield city manager that no credible reports of of pets being harmed by the city's immigrant population had been received. On Wednesday, Springfield city manager Brian Heck posted a video message on the city's Facebook page decrying the misinformation circulating on social media and further amplified by political rhetoric in the current highly charged presidential election cycle. The Haitian community in Springfield has increased significantly and legally in recent years to an increase in manufacturing and warehouse jobs. Okay, so that's where that article ends. So we don't know any specifics about what those Haitian-related issues are. We don't know if that specific concern was one of the issues raised. I saw a report from CBS Evening News where this one woman was decrying that Haitians drive erratically, because U.S. citizens never do that. There's never been a case of a U.S. citizen driving erratically ever. So, because one Haitian who didn't have a driver's license hit and killed a kid. Even the kid's parents are like, this isn't political, this was an accident, stop it. So, yeah, there are people who are just begging for anything, any reason at all to be fucking racist. I mean, okay, you have issues with, jobs. Maybe you feel like you lost your job and it was because somebody, you lost your job and was given to someone else. Whether that's true or not, I can see where immigrants coming in and suddenly you had a job, you lost your job for some reason, can't find another one. I can see why that could be tempting to think that the reason you can't find another job is because immigrants are taking it. I can see how that is appealing. So people can feel empowered that it's not anything about them. It's because these people are taking our jobs. Even though there's a lot of reasons to question that. But I can see the appeal. But where the hell are you getting that Haitians are eating pets? I don't know if it's just simply because their diet is different, and so you are claiming that they're stealing your pets, even though they could easily go to a pet store and buy a pet. Or there are markets out there where I'm sure they already have exotic meats that you probably have never seen, so you just assume? I don't know. I honestly don't know the Haitian diet well enough or at all, to speculate. But I'm going to say that they do not eat pets. Not willingly, probably. Again, maybe in Haiti, they went after stray pets simply because the situation in Haiti is so horrible that that's probably the only way they're getting any protein. But that doesn't mean that they're doing that here. In theory, here they are making enough that they do not have to go to that extreme. So yeah, that's where the article ends. It'll be interesting to see if they catch the guy who did it. Because it's one thing to have issues with whether it be a certain group of people, or whatever city issue you have an issue with. Because let's face it, it's perfectly fine to have issues with the way the city runs things. Perfectly legit. But to email a bomb threat I mean, what is that getting you? They're going to find you, and you are going to get arrested for it. Now, unless you're one of those poor saps who think that being in jail is better than the life you're living now, which I have seen homeless people do that. Of course, they wouldn't be sending an email bomb threat, but regardless, I have seen homeless people do that. That they will commit a crime simply because then they'll be in jail, they'll have a roof over their heads, they'll have 3 square meals, and that is still better than living on the streets or trying to get into a homeless shelter or whatever. So, yeah, why? Unless you're in that situation, desperate situation, that you will even commit a crime just so you have a roof over your head. I cannot understand who would email a bomb threat simply because you're concerned about Haitian immigrants. Now, that's, of course, assuming that this person is a local. It could easily be that there's just some concerned citizen who is freaked out that Trump brings this up, and of course they need to protect the pets. They love doggies and kitties so much that they're going to email this threat in because they, instead of listening to what Springfield has to say, what David Muir has to say, or any other fact checker for that matter, they obviously believe what Trump says, even though Trump's only source was he heard it on TV. Where? Okay, somebody might have suggested, and actually it's like 8 degrees of separation. It's like the neighbor's daughter's friend's neighbor. I mean, it just gets ridiculous. How many that this story is like 5th or 6th hand, if that, because they might be just making the whole shit up, that someone was eyeing their daughter's cat. As if because a Haitian is looking at a pet, somebody else's pet, that must mean they want to eat it. How racist do you have to be to assume that someone who's looking at a pet must be wanting to eat it, as opposed to, oh, look at the cute kitty? It's just mind-boggling how racist you have to be. So I do not know yet if this is a local or one of Trump's cult. But yesterday I thought that there's no reason to fact check this because it is just that insane. And it turns out that even with the fact checks, people are still they're still going after government officials for something that isn't happening. Now, again, maybe this is a local and they have other issues, but it could also be that this is just a Trump cultist who, local or not, is just freaked out that Trump said that this is happening, so it must actually be happening. Because apparently, it's a cult, so you listen to your cult leader and turn off your brain. So yeah, so that's not great. I mean, I'm glad that it turns out that there wasn't a bomb. I mean, this article didn't say anything about there being a bomb found. So that's good. But at the same time, you're like, why did you do that? If you have legit issues, bring them up at the city council meetings. Bring them up through email. Bring them up however you can, but bomb threats? If you're going to email a bomb threat, then just email the administrator or the city council member, or in this case, city manager, and mention your concern. Why a bomb threat? I mean, that tells you the type of people who follow Trump. Even if Trump himself isn't saying anything that promotes violence, which he's done plenty of times. He's even said something about the solution to certain immigration problems is a bloody story. I don't remember the exact quote. So he does want people to be violent. He does want people to go after the other, because he himself is afraid of immigrants, which is odd considering he's married 3 of them. Of course, they were all white, so there is that. I believe I've gone over as much as I could on this subject. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video, which is actually going to be a good video. I can tell you right now, it's going to be a good news video. So with that, I will see you guys in the next one.